12 things to do instead of doom scrolling, the last one being my favorite. So recently I caught myself doing the thing again. Just one more video, just one more. But before I knew it, it was an hour gone, maybe two. And I felt like trash. Foggy, slow, and you know that feeling inside of you that's just hollow? We all know what that's like. So I actually sat down for a good couple of hours because I was so annoyed by it, and I write down what I could actually do instead. Real options, not just go and touch the grass nonsense, okay? We're not going to talk about that in this video. But 12 things that pulled me out of the scroll and back into my actual life. And once you understand this, your entire life will literally change, meaning that you will no longer have to doom scroll and it's no longer going to run your life. So if you're tired of feeling glued to that screen, just stay with me. Pay attention. Let's get into it. Number 1, study something you actually care about. We hear the word study and then we flinch. School ruined that word for us. But studying something you actually love hits completely different. Like, learn how you start a YouTube channel, or how you can improve yourself so much that you never have to worry about being lazy or distracted ever again. Read about something. When the topic actually pulls you in, learning will stop feeling like this
get back to work
mode or grind mindset. It will start feeling like play. You know, it's actually fun and you enjoy it. And so you walk away sharper than you were before. And studies show you also get like a memory boost from that when you actually enjoy it. Okay, so don't see it as a boring thing, studying something that's actually quite good for you. All right. And reading is something that really has helped me to just shift away from my phone when I set the time to intentionally do it. Okay, especially your time. That's the most important thing. Which is why number 2 is to read a real book. Not some tweet that you see online, not on another Instagram post or a thread or whatever, but a book. Like something with pages that you turn. Because reading trains that exact part of your brain that scrolling is literally destroying, which is your attention span. Your ability to follow a thought all the way through. All right, that's the problem that we see when we scroll all the time. It's really like, it really destroys you, it does. So just start with 20 pages a day. Okay, like 5 minutes of reading is all I'm telling you to do here. And by the end of the month, you've actually finished like a book and your head will feel way clearer than it has in a long time. So that's the key here. Okay, just listen to me for the next things because they're going to get way better and we're rating them 1 being the best. Now, number 3 is to write something, anything. Your thoughts from the day, for example. A letter you'd never send, a short story, like the plan you've been carrying around in your head for so long, like your version of yourself that you see in your mind. Write that down, because writing forces you to slow down. It pulls the noise out of your skull and puts it on paper where you can actually look at it. And most of your problems, they don't survive contact with a pen. So just keep that in mind, all right? And a quick one before number 4, and it ties exactly right into this video, and it's honestly life-changing, me even bringing this up on this video, which I normally don't do. So you listen to this, all right? This video is sponsored by Focusor, but I need to tell you the truth. Most of what I just told you, like studying, reading, writing, all of it dies the second you reach for your phone. The hard part was never knowing what to do. It's actually starting. And then not checking your phone every 2 minutes. I do it, you do it, we all do it. And so Focusor is like a physical companion built exactly for that. You set it over your phone, you twist, you press, and then your session starts. It's actually very simple, right? No app to open, no screen to get pulled into. And it literally puts, this is the crazy part, it puts a physical pause between you and the thing that keeps dragging you out of your own focus. And so every session you finish will grow on you. So the work doesn't just vanish when the timer hits 0. And it's been at CES and it's actually live on Kickstarter right now. So if you want a more intentional way to start your deep work, okay, the link is in the description and it's pinned in the comments. Okay, so back to it. Number 4 is, now I actually have proof that this is extremely beneficial for our minds and our bodies, and that is to just train, right? Go to the gym, like 20 minutes of push-ups. You don't even have to go to the gym. Squats, a walk for 30 minutes will actually do more for your mood than anything on your feed. right? You don't need a gym membership, like I said already, and you don't need a fancy program or anything like that, but just move, okay? Sweat, breathe hard, okay? Your body was built to move, and when you don't move it, your mind starts to rot. Scrolling sedates you. Training actually wakes you up, okay? So keep that in mind. Number 5 is to cook a real meal. A few days ago, I cooked Indian for my entire family, and it was amazing. All right, but you don't have to cook for your family, just cook for yourself if you want to eat everything like by yourself. What am I even saying? Look, just pick a recipe, all right? Buy the ingredients and follow the steps. There's something grounding that I experienced about working with your hands and actually feeding yourself properly. You're providing for yourself in the most basic way a person can. And the food tastes 10 times better when you've actually made it yourself. At least I find. Lots of people would argue differently. So yeah, cook a meal for yourself. Number 6 is to get outside, right? We've already basically talked about like going on a walk, but specifically let's focus on just the walk part. All right, you don't have to go train hard and all this stuff if you don't want to. It's ideal if you want to really get out of scrolling and intentionally get yourself away from your phone when you think, I'm going to work out because I'm not going to go on my phone. But particularly just walking here. No podcast, no music, no phone in your hand. Just you and the world. Like 20 minutes, all right? Notice the sky, notice the trees, notice how the air actually like feels on your skin. Because we're not designed to spend like 12 hours a day staring at a rectangle, all right? The nervous system, it actually needs sunlight and movement and space. That's just our biology, okay? Number 7 is do something by yourself. We've been sold this lie that being alone is sad. I've literally not even spoke to anyone in person, and I mean this. This is how serious I am about like proving this to you. I've not spoke to anyone in person for the last 2 months. Why? Because I have people I talk to online, right? I also really value my personal time, all right? When we're alone, we scroll. We've built up the habit that being alone means we just have to reach for our phone. We rot in our rooms. But going out solo, okay, is when you do go out, you know, is actually one of the most underrated experiences in your life. Like you can go to a coffee shop alone. You can go to the cinema alone like I did, and I actually watched Backrooms. It was pretty cool. Go on a hike alone. Right? You will learn more about yourself in 1 hour of solitude than in like a week of being surrounded by people. And I used to go out partying a lot, and I've stopped all of that. All right. Number 8 is to work on the goal that you've been pushing back for so long. And you know the one, all right? That thing that you said you'd do this year, that thing that you said like you would actually put your time and effort into and energy, but you didn't. So open the laptop, right? Make that call, send the email, start the workout plan, whatever it is, like 15 minutes. Actually, you know what? 5 minutes. And if you don't want to carry on, stop. But mark my words, if you do just 5 minutes and you time it, start that thing, you're going to want to carry on. You'll see. It's actually kind of crazy how our brains work sometimes. But yeah, like 5 minutes of just whatever it is, real effort towards that thing will give you more peace than 2 hours of scrolling ever could. Anxiety is a result of inaction. So when you start taking action, you dissipate anxiety. It's actually really nice when you see what I'm saying and you prove it for yourself. Number 9 is clean and organize your space. Come on, guys. All right, your environment is literally like a mirror of your mind. And if your room is chaos, your head is going to be chaos. So spend like 30 minutes putting things back to where they belong. Make your bed, wipe the surfaces, empty the bin. It sounds basic because it is basic. All right, your mind is cluttered. It's so complicated because you've been scrolling so much. All right, but a clean space actually changes how you think and how you feel in your own home. Okay, you might be living with parents, you might have your own place, it doesn't matter. Cleaning like the space around you so well, like good, if you do it intentionally for the sake of yourself and feeling more at peace and more organized. And you can't build a focused life in a messy room, you just can't. So number 10, call someone who matters. I did this actually when I had to go to the hospital like a few weeks ago I had like a really bad like throat thingy the next day, and I literally couldn't even breathe, and I just called my friend. Not a text, right? Not another meme you'd send to your friend, like, come on. I used to do that all the time. But like an actual phone call. Like your mum or your dad or your friend, your brother, it doesn't matter. The person who's been on your mind for weeks, like voice to voice, like 5 minutes of just real connection actually beats like, hours of double tapping on Instagram. And we've replaced relationships with notifications. It's really sad. And we wonder why we feel so disconnected. So, yeah, just talk to someone, man. Like, come on. It's that simple. Now, number 11, this one's my favorite out of the whole list, to be honest with you. I know number 1 is going to be the final thing, and it's like the best in and of its sense, but this one particularly is amazing. Sit in silence with your own thoughts. Now, this one scares most people, because when you actually sit in silence, everything you've been avoiding starts to surface. Literally, like the stuff you've been numbing with the scroll. So sit with it anyways, like 10 minutes, no phone, no music, just you. You can have a journal and a pen as well if you want to jot down your thoughts, all right? But realize this, your thoughts are not the enemy. They never was. They're just trying to tell you something that you've been pushing away, avoiding. And the only way you'll ever hear them is by getting quiet enough to actually listen. So that's number 11. Number 12. This is the final thing, all right? This has been a great video to talk about because honestly, these things have genuinely helped me recently. Is to create something, okay? And this one's the most fun too. Build something, make something, draw something, record like, I don't know, a beat or something on your phone. If you do use your phone, just don't scroll or whatever. Okay, you don't have to be so extreme like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of my phone. No, edit a short video, write a poem nobody will ever read, or cook something you've never cooked, build something with your hands. All of these things, all right, is part of making something, and it ties into everything we've already discussed. There's a feeling that comes from making something in your, that comes from your own mind and your own hands, and that scrolling will never give you that. Today might be the last day. You don't know. None of us do. So just pick one thing off of the list. Just one. I want you to try it tonight. And if it feels better than the scroll, and it actually will, mark my words, you'll build a life worth living. Seriously, one small choice at a time. I really appreciate you watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.